Hey guys, Thomas Cecilio Jr. here, aka Mustache Tom, here with my review for Into the Badlands episode 3. And I gotta say, action aside, this episode, the third episode, was all over the place. There was so much that happened, so many scenes. It was hard to keep up with this episode. And I'll admit, this is the first episode where I was like, I don't know where this is going, but we'll get into that. Let's see if I can remember every detail. And I'm sorry if I do leave anything out. I mean, there was just so much that happened. So, let's see if I can remember anything about this. So we have, let's see, Sunny was still like, getting into a worse situation. And then his Baron, trying to remember the terms here in my head. His Baron finally meets up with the widow. They uh, duel it out when his squad of Clippers goes out to try to kill her and all the other ladies, and then they escape. Um, and then what's his face, the demon child, the demon teen. I don't remember his name. He steals like this book because he figures that this is a way out of the situation, and the fight commences while he's getting out. The Baron Sonny's Baron almost dies because of the headache, but Sonny does come in time to save him. Um, and we also see that his son is under heavy restraints. Last episode, he was like being choked out. Now he's like gonna die. So the Baron or the Baroness, sorry, goes up to the doctor, Sonny's girlfriend, and asks for her help, and she comes over and does her thing, and then the Baron's like right there in her face, and it's a very awkward situation where she's sort of stuck doing something that she doesn't really want to do with somebody. She knows that the Baron killed her parents, so there was a lot of awkward moments like that in this episode. Oh, jeez, what else happened in this episode? There was so much going on. Sonny was going after some lady to look for the widow, this blonde lady, and then they had a fight, a one-on-one. I guess this episode was to showcase more one-on-one fights. And I really enjoyed the Baron versus Widow fight, particularly this one with the lady was pretty good too. But she ended up committing suicide, so he didn't get any information from her. Um, the teen demon asked to get training, and then he goes up against one of the Clippers that's like a former Clipper, and he ends up losing to him very badly. Um, it's all from not um, underestimating your opponent. So there was that. Yeah, like I said, there's like a lot of stuff else that happened, but I just can't remember all of it. So I think that this episode tried to accomplish way too much within the time frame that it had, and the action scenes were good, but this is the first time where I felt like the scenes were just all over the place. The first two episodes were solid, I think, like pretty good 7 out of 10s. Here, it really feels like they try to do too much. So I'm gonna give this episode a 6 out of 10. The action scenes, like I said, still carry it to that, but it was a bit bogged down by the amount of stuff that they tried to fill it with. And I think if they want to keep this series going, one thing that I would want to expect to see are these, instead of like cutting all the time from these different groups, actually allow us to get some time with these characters instead of doing these really, really quick scenes. Um, I mean, there was just so much going on. So that is my review for episode 3 of Into the Badlands. So with that said, my name is Thomas Azula Jr., aka Mustache Tom, and I'll see you guys next time.